What's up, weebs? Welcome back to Melina. I'm, as always, I am your host from Notorious.
Lost you there.
Joining me today is Shaun.
Are you okay?
No, I think I'm having a stroke already.
We're not even started, man.
And Melina.
What is up, buddy?
And then our special guest,
me,
Manuel.
Who's that?
Who's this?
Who's that Pokemon?
Walter.
Walter.
Where is your foreskin, Walter?
We're not going to reference old
Walter.
I really hope this episode comes out before that episode.
Yes, it'll be very funny.
So what are we
Melina,
talking
what
about
we doing?
today?
Well, if you're a listener that also was familiar with our other show, Nap,
Rest in
you
peace.
might have noticed one of the best episodes on that show being
No.
Animals I
No,
Could Take in a
that's
Fight.
so-
Source, trust me, bro.
It was revealed to
And
me in a dream.
It
now-
came to me in a vision.
We are doing Animals I Could Take in a Fight, Part 2, also known as Wet Edition.
Wet edition. We're going aquatic.
We're getting wet.
We're getting wet today.
Can't wait.
If I had to
gonna
write an
spray
intro
myself with
like
teas.
you do for Anime Lane, I would
I'm
have
gonna
said.
drop
Getting
myself in
moistened up.
water.
So, just to kind of talk about the last episode we did, it's scenario you just gotta kill.
You're
to
like
win.
locked in a cage or
Yeah,
something.
you're locked in a cage. Battle bot scenario. 3 minutes on the clock. If you cannot kill each other, you're getting points based on creativity,
What?
use of
What?
skill,
This is definitely what
and
we did
damage.
last
What?
time.
Yeah. Because remember, we were talking about the crocodile. We'd get points for skill if we managed to schwack him.
That's true. We did. Talk about
Just because you don't want to be
that. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't mean you got to bring us down.
Yeah.
I guess I just blocked out like the whole Thursday as whatever conversation. I've just mentally blocked certain things out.
We are violently reminding you today.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
Would you
you.
be stuck in the forest with a man or a bear?
Well, in this scenario, we're stuck in a giant glass aquarium.
I picked the dolphin.
I don't think I would if I were you. So imagine the scenario, because, you know, as humans, we are not the best swimmers. So I'm saying
We can't breathe underwater.
we can.
yourself, bro.
In this
Speak for yourself.
scenario,
I'm a
I'm
great
saying humans
I'm faster
can
than
breathe
water.
underwater.
We
Running
have
out of
magic
breath is not
technology.
something
Look,
we
I
can
made
think
it to the
about.
egg.
You wanna elaborate on what you mean by that, my friend? You wanna say that again?
It's the egg. You got to the egg
You want that
first.
on record?
No, I'm gonna let you have your moment here. Explain, yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's
Please
move
elaborate on
Yeah.
what you mean by that.
on. No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
we've
explain- I'm gonna
established
explain
Michael's a
this.
strong
So when
swimmer.
you're
Silence him.
I will if I have to. So, wet animals. You're in the tank, and you got 3 minutes on the board. No weapons.
You've put too much.
This is as
into
much
this.
thought that went into last time. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Did we have a timer?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck, I really must hate this.
Yes, you do. But it's my favorite thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So I want to, you know, of course we start off with, there's some animals we know we couldn't take in a fucking fight. Just based on size.
I mean, I'm gonna die by a shark or like a whale.
Yeah. So, you know, anything like a fucking orca, we're losing. Like, easy peasy.
I mean,
Any
I'm
big
facing an
shark.
orca. I can just hear the Shadow of the Colossus music.
Like, there's...
Blowhole.
Huh?
Blowhole. Just
How are you gonna get there?
Yeah.
climb.
You're
In water.
You're in water.
Yeah. Grab its gills. Fucking scramble up.
I don't think orcas have gills.
They're
Yeah,
not
I
okay.
think even underwater, you're not getting a grip.
Yeah.
We're
So-
underwater?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck's happening?
You didn't listen
They're
to
water
my
animals. What do
No.
you think?
This is the wet edition. You're in the glass tank.
Yeah, I didn't think that meant that
Dude,
we
you were
underwater.
there
Yes,
when we set
yes.
this up,
you
this
as a
idea.
human can breathe underwater in this scenario.
Okay, fucking
okay, well, I'm
Aquaman.
also super strong. And
No,
I just
no, 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 no. You don't get it. No. Just to
There
make
are
make-
rules.
There are rules to this. Okay, fine. Like, you have a fucking oxygen tank on your back if that's what you prefer, you realist.
Yeah.
I thought that
Unimaginative.
we would go-
I thought that we were like
joyful.
at the edge of the tank, expected to fucking.
No, we're
fight
in the
this.
tank.
Yeah, you're in the tank. You get dropped in simultaneously.
Again, you were there when we
You
set
were
this
there.
up.
Yeah, I had checked out though.
That's on you.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of animals like sharks, orcas, or just bigger animals were fucked. What about a small shark? Like,
I mean,
you know, I'm
still
talking
fucked.
like a meter long shark.
I mean, give it a good schmack.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
like
but
a good.
in water.
I think that's
A good
that's-
karate
Here's
chop.
the thing.
That's a standard answer. I
Here's
just give it a
here's the
good
thing.
smack.
If we're in water, no matter what we do,
You're not as fast.
we're
as...
not gonna be able to fight an animal.
Yeah.
If immediately I've said give it a good smack, and you're like, well, you're underwater. Everything that we
you
can
could
do is a
karate
human.
chop it.
If I can't fucking punch it, I can't fucking karate
Yes,
chop
you can
it.
karate chop underwater.
But it's still
Yeah.
super slow. We don't have.
No,
There's
you
so
have
much...
to go upwards.
What?
Yes,
That's
because
not-
there's less resistance in it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking
Okay.
hands.
You've just gone, oh, just go upwards, and then you've went down.
Yeah.
In motion.
I just meant like vertical.
I get what you mean. There's less resistance. If
Yeah.
Have I had a
Right.
stroke?
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
apparently.
Like, if it's a small shark, yes, they can outswim you, but it's a small
Okay,
tank.
but the question is, what color is Wednesday?
No, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get up and leave. I'm gonna lock you guys in here.
So, like, I think with the small shark, you gotta go for, you know, points for style.
What?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because, like, you just gotta try with all you can. Like, if it, you know, it has to come near you to attack you. You try to, like, get it in a grip then, because sharks have,
Yeah,
like,
like-
cat tongue texture, so you could grip them.
Depending on like the size of the shark, my immediate instinct would be like to try and like get like a grip on like the tail or something.
Ooh, I wouldn't go tail. They can slash that around.
Yeah, but like that's like the best strategy I could think of.
I don't know, because you know how you can flip sharks? And they basically, their mind
Oh,
just
get
goes, "What?"
rotated.
Yeah, their mind just goes off. It just
Just
turns
like-
off.
I didn't
me
think of
right
that. That's a good point.
Yeah, so like once you flip it, it's in a state where it cannot do anything for at least like 20 seconds. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, never heard of a flipped shark.
yeah. You've never seen the video.
Yes, I'm aware. Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
So,
Cool.
what would you do?
What would you do?
I don't know. I said I'd punch it, and you're like, "Oh, you're underwater."
Yeah, but I'm just trying to make
I would
this
shoot it.
with what?
My gun
Where's your gun?
Where's the gun?
in my holster.
You don't have a holster.
I do have a holster.
You do not have a holster.
Who are you?
I.
To say
This is my game. I set the rules.
She's the referee.
You are a 5-year-old making the rules up as you go along.
No, my rules are established in advance.
What?
They were. I told you all the rules.
Yeah, they're very similar
I
to
said
the
I'd
rules from
punch a
last
shark,
time.
and you
Yes.
went, "No, you can't. You're underwater."
Oh, that's just because of the
Dude,
limitations
water-
of the
water
arena.
resistance.
Okay, punch a shark underwater. See how well that fares for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like- you can
Honestly, you know
try.
what? I'm just letting everything eat me. I don't care.
Same. I'll just,
Okay.
I'll just accept my fate.
What are you gonna do against an enemy?
What?
What?
An enemy.
An
An
enemy.
ene-
And an enemy.
Yeah.
And an enemy.
Yeah.
Aren't anemones like an inanimate object?
Nope.
Oh, anemones.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I don't even know what they look like.
No,
Like
neither
a
do I.
little thing with tentacles.
Yeah.
No, they're
I'm
the
sort of
little
struggling
the
too.
things that stand on rocks and they
So
kind
they're
of flow.
stuck on a rock.
Well, yeah, they're stuck on the bottom. Let's say they can move though.
I'd shoot
They
it.
can like jump.
I'm just getting a flower.
Yeah, that's basically it. Oh,
No, like an on-land flower.
Okay. Sean, you know the thing I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm seeing it right now. I literally just looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
So
it.
one of them's, yeah.
They should have a screen that you can just say, "This is an anemone."
I'm not sure if
Well,
this
I
is
don't
how.
have a screen.
I know.
I'm not sure if this
Oh.
is how it works, but like you just grab it and then just snap it.
I'm thinking twist.
Twist.
Eh,
Just
bop
like,
it.
twist it.
Just
Shake
bop
it.
Shake it. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an easy one.
Yeah, no, I know. I
Yeah.
thought I'd make some easy for the people that just don't get it.
You know who are
clearly.
struggling with the idea.
Yeah, exactly. Struggling with the general concepts of animals I could take in a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Wet edition.
Which we've done before.
I
Yeah.
will crush it with my bare hands.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can do that.
I'll rip it in half.
That's what I. Yeah, that's what I
that's
said
what-
I'd do.
Would you twist or pull?
I'd rip it in half.
Yeah, like just.
Fucking
I would
Doomslayer on an enemy.
Yeah,
just.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. Do we get a knife?
No.
Okay.
It's unfair. If
We
you get
can't bring a
knife.
knife.
Oh, it's unfair that we get a knife when we're fighting them in their natural fucking
Do I
habitat.
have shoes?
Dude, if you
No.
remember last time,
I'm naked.
Let's say you have like booty shorts.
What?
I was thinking like a
Water.
bodysuit or sort of thing.
Sure. But a bodysuit that wouldn't protect from bites.
Yeah, like
Or anything.
a thin sort of thing.
Yeah. A flimsy little thing.
Yeah. Like a scuba suit.
Then we have a seahorse.
I could punch a
I mean,
seahorse.
one of them.
Yeah, because this is another category, like
Oh,
another
oh.
added layer I want to add for this edition. If you think you can take it, how many do you think could be in the
I mean,
tank
I
before
think
you
it's
like
I
can't
asked this,
really
didn't I?
do.
It's like, would you rather fight 40 horses or 40 ducks, or one duck or
one duck-sized horse?
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
even if there was like 100 of them, seahorses can't really do anything. Except maybe come on me.
Yeah, what can what are they gonna do? They don't have teeth. They don't have anything.
I don't know. I
they
think they're
have
sort of like weird tail things. They can hit you
Yeah.
enough with
Imagine
that.
this
Yeah.
scenario.
Uh-huh.
The fucking Illuminati, they drop you in a water tank. They're like, now your mortal enemy, a seahorse.
But the seahorse
like,
is like
okay.
so high on drugs it wants to kill you.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I-
try
they're
bloodlusted.
everything.
I think if you drug a seahorse, you'd probably die.
No, but I'm talking in this scenario. That animal wants to fucking kill you.
Like for whatever reason whatsoever, it just wants
Yeah,
to fucking.
it just
kill you.
wants to fucking.
How
kill
is it
you.
gonna kill me? He has no
It's gonna
teeth.
try.
Swarm.
It's gonna try
He's
its
gonna
best.
bonk me?
Probably.
I can
Yeah.
bonk him back.
Yeah,
Yeah, head it.
but who do you think's gonna win?
Me.
Why?
Because seahorses are very small.
Okay, what if it's like 50 of them?
Yeah, what if it's like a school?
Okay, I have a gun.
No, you
You
don't.
cannot, you cannot just say, what if it's 50? What if I have a gun?
No, because this is part. I just introduced this as a new thing.
There are guidelines.
Yes, I established
I
a
mean,
guideline.
5-year-old
Terms
making it
and
up as they go
conditions.
along.
Oh my god. You're never gonna be here for another.
Wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried my best to
When
come
you-
up with
when-
literally anything else.
When you say
Yeah.
like wet animals, like a wet cat. Like I'm just gonna.
Well, this
a cat
is-
that's very wet.
This is
or a
something
wet
I
dog.
was planning on introducing after getting through the sea animals.
Okay.
Also dry animals.
Okay.
Because I think it'd
As
be
you know, the
interesting.
two categories of animals: the dry,
Dry
ones
and
and the
wet.
wet ones.
And we also have the moist ones.
Okay. Carry on.
Okay, a bass. Bass/cod. So, you know, any harmless
I fry
cod.
it. I will fry it.
How?
A fryer.
Okay.
remember
Where did you get a
fry?
fryer?
From John Taffer's bar.
I don't think you did.
I'll just throw it out the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
whip it. Yeah, that's a good. Whip it out of bounds.
We established in the previous episode
Oh,
that there's
for
a
fuck-
ceiling.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I'll throw it to the ceiling.
There
You can
go,
do that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my idea was basically grab
That's
grab
that.
and slam,
Yeah.
Okay.
smack it against the wall.
Which again was episode's one conclusion.
Exactly.
The grab and slam.
Old
But
reliable.
like have you guys ever held a
You're
fish?
shaking your head at that. You were part of that.
Yeah, you were.
I
I don't know
100%
why you're
part
trying to
of that.
absolve yourself of this. You
Yeah.
were very much a part of
I
this.
just keep going.
Because have any of you ever held a fish?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, yes.
Wow.
Disgusting.
Yeah, they're really. They're surprisingly wet.
Very
And slippery.
Very greasy.
Yeah,
That's the
slimy.
Slimy, and
Yeah.
greasy. Yeah.
Like getting a grip on that.
Yeah,
That's the most difficult part, I think.
exactly. It'd be a challenge. I could do it.
Yeah. I mean, you have 3 minutes to try.
Yeah.
But then again, if you don't manage to do it, fish is
Look,
gonna win.
I'm accepting the fact that I
Oh,
may
so if I
lose
don't
this,
kill
but
it,
I gotta
they win.
try.
No. If you don't kill it, it goes to the judges. I told you it's battle bots.
Yeah.
So the
There's a panel of judges.
I wish we had an episode about battle bots rather than this.
well, I wasn't asked to prepare that.
Exactly.
Like, so if by the 3 minutes no one's dead, we go to the judges.
Yes.
They say,
Granty Mahara's there for some reason.
Of course.
Granty Mahara from Mythbusters.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I know who that is.
Thank you.
Why from Mythbusters?
He was there at BattleBots for some reason, so he can be at this.
Yeah.
So if after the 3 minutes
Yeah,
are
yeah.
up,
Which episode?
now you remember.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
So,
okay, who's the judge though? This person, then who?
You're
I think
interested in everything except the actual.
No, I think you should have like.
this is
Trump.
everything.
Yeah,
I'm like
Trump.
hypothetical situation.
Yeah, finish.
40 questions.
To be fair, I find this more interesting than the actual fighting the animals part. as
Well, that's on
well.
you.
Yeah, that's your problem.
So let's say it's a wet animal specialist and a dry animal specialist.
give me the
Grant
name.
Imahara.
Give me the names. Who's the judges?
Steven.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, sure, Steve Irwin's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, well.
Can he really judge something like this when he... No, that's dark. Never mind.
So now you get the parameters.
Yeah.
You think you do?
I think he's going to
Okay,
choose
but
to
what
forget them
happens
in
if I
5
lose?
minutes.
Well, the thing is, if you lose, they'll kill you.
So, wait a second.
So you're thinking
If-
too much.
What do you mean you think too much? You make all these freaking rules, and then when I question, you think too much.
No, okay, so you're in a fucking arena. That animal wants to fucking kill
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay, there doesn't need to be. Okay, so.
Mm-hmm.
I lose. I get sent to the judges.
Yeah.
The judges are like, you didn't kill the fish, so then you will die.
No, they're gonna say battle bot style. They give points.
Okay.
And
Let's say I don't win.
you'll get killed.
Yeah, they execute
So
you
I
on the
have to
spot.
kill the fish.
Yes.
There is no way out of
You
it.
get,
No,
you
there's
get,
no way out.
So
Correct.
if I go to
That's
the
why this is a thing.
No, he's
If I go-
asking if the timer runs out, if he's actually made an effort to kill the
Yeah,
fish,
what if
is he actually just going to automatically lose? Because
What if
everything you say makes it sound like we're going to
No,
automatically
it depends on
lose.
style.
yeah, there's
Style,
a style element to it.
effort, and skill.
But we don't have the actual fucking judges here.
It's a hypothetical
I'm gonna
scenario.
get in 3 more fucking guests on this podcast if I have to.
Well, we don't have enough inputs.
Get the second mixing board out of here.
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
share the mic.
That's
But
not
you
how
get it.
that works.
It is a life or
After
death
explaining
scenario.
this abstract scenario, but you get it. Yeah, I get it, but
You don't see the point. Well,
If-
that's there's not meant to be a point.
Why are we doing this then? Okay.
Because it's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
I don't get what's so hard to understand about hypotheticals.
Why did you agree to this idea if you're just gonna
I
completely
didn't.
We gave you half an
Yes.
hour and 5 days, 7 days to come up with
eventually
something.
you just said, sure, we'll do that.
You guys are being incredibly loud.
so sorry.
yeah. I already have tinnitus. That's like,
Oh, that actually did hurt.
Okay. Next animal. Jellyfish.
it's gonna sting me.
Yeah, that's stingy.
But will that kill you within 3 minutes?
Yes, you're underwater where electricity famously conducts very well. And humans are natural
I mean,
lightning
it's-
rods.
Jellyfish is poison. It's not electricity.
Mean
Some of them have
Really?
Yeah.
some of them are.
Well, let's say
So
let's say it stings me
electricity-
so bad, I just lose conscious. I just go to the
Oh
bottom.
yeah,
of
also
the
if
tank.
you're
that's-
poisoned, like there's every chance you're just gonna pass out. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
like
dead.
yeah, but I think I would personally still try to evade it.
I,
Just for
I,
points
yeah.
sake?
no, I think jellyfish are a no-win scenario.
Yeah.
Even if you try to evade it, because you're talking about style.
Yeah.
If you just constantly try to evade, you're not.
You're not. You're
The
not
judges
getting
would
away
be
with
like,
that.
that wasn't very
I think
gracious.
that's also like this is like a lose-lose scenario with the jellyfish.
Because you can't grab a jellyfish either underwater.
I'm trying to think, no.
On land, you can just sort of grab its head and go. but
I
in the
was always
water,
told not to do that.
yeah, because you aren't fighting it to the death, and that's cruel. So you know,
Wait, how did it get into the tank if there's a ceiling?
Ceiling opens. Ceiling
so
opens.
it's a
You get
lid.
drops in.
It's a lid.
So the ceiling, it's like a box.
Yeah.
Where the lid just goes,
Yeah.
and then just get thrown into the water.
Yeah.
What if the impact kills me?
It
I
doesn't.
just,
It doesn't. It fucking doesn't.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do against a crab?
crab.
A crab. Yeah.
I'm gonna crack its little fucking pincers.
Yes.
Just pick it up, snap it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
literally just grab them and.
Yeah. So they're on the bottom. You swim down. You think you can manage to grab it.
Okay, if he's on the bottom and doesn't come up to me, it's not my fault. The judge
You're not getting any
I'm
points,
gonna
though.
judge him negatively because he didn't engage with me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but okay. So he swims towards you. They can.
okay.
And then how are you gonna evade his little snappers?
Even if he snaps me, it's not that much of a. It's not that unless it's one of the like iron claw like.
Yeah, unless this is like
It's
a,
just gonna be,
a fucking
you
Final
shred him.
Fantasy version of a crab, it's not gonna be that big a deal. snaps me,
How big is
I'm
the
just
crab?
gonna.
Well, we can talk like Alaskan king crab or just like a traditional crab.
The fuck is an Alaskan king
A
crab?
big fucking boy.
No,
Big
it's
boy.
the big ones.
The big boys.
I'll go behind it.
I mean, their eyes are a little like.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it can't turn like super fast, so I'll get behind it, grab its claws, fucking knock them together.
Clap your hand.
Yeah.
We should have the same strategy for a lobster.
Or I'll pull every one of its legs off individually. Like
Oh,
go
that's
underneath
cool.
it.
That's very cool.
But look, I can't.
No, that's look. There's a reason there's no pets on this one. I have to be selective with the type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
I asked us to move on from rabbits because I started feeling
Yeah,
ill.
no, even
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, this is getting dark. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Hamsters.
No, we're not gonna talk about this. No.
Wet hamsters.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hoover.
But so would you do the same strategy for a lobster?
I'd get behind it and grab it and just rip its tail.
No, no,
off.
no.
I would try and grab and slam for a lobster.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
That would be
Because
my
I think I
default.
could grab a lobster.
Grab a lobster.
Yeah, grab lobster.
I think like if a crab to me seems less grabbable than a lobster.
I mean, if we're talking like a big Alaskan king crab, maybe. But an actual crab just...
Hold it like a burger.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think you could pierce a shell with your hands alone.
No, that's why you get one side with it, like you're holding a burger. And then that's when you grab the claws and just either crush them or pull
Yeah,
them
because
off.
I don't think you could kill a crab within 3 minutes. I think they can survive pretty long, sadly, without.
I'll just
their
de-shell
limbs.
it then.
How?
I just eat it.
You don't like fish.
I know, but I'm in a tank in the middle of nowhere. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll de-shell it, but
Mm-hmm.
this feels unbelievably cruel. Oh my god. So I'll de-shell it
That's the theme of this,
by
of this
ripping its
episode.
claws off, turning it over, ripping each one of its legs off, and then grabbing like the edge of the shell and like...
There's no edge though. It's a full thing. It's like saying you rip a turtle shell off.
is
You
making me
can't do
ill.
that.
I'd like to state, by the way, this episode does not condone animal abuse.
No, like as usual, it does not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
That is brutal, though.
Yeah. No,
What am I
the
meant to
strategy
do?
is
Crab
good.
out.
No, I'm not saying it derogatory. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Then I don't think we could ever beat an octopus or squid.
No, too many arms.
No.
No,
That thing was strangling
for
me.
one, and
You'd
they're
be-
also
you'd be
so
dead.
smart.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
fast. You'll be dead.
Yeah,
Also, ink.
yeah.
Nah,
like
yeah,
they
that's not
have
gonna help.
every device to like beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
They could just fucking kick it if they want to. A single piranha.
No.
One piranha.
Hmm?
One piranha.
One piranha.
Nope.
I could do it.
No.
I
Those
can
things are
do it.
small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small
What
little
if it
boys.
gets a hold
Yeah.
of me? Just
If
start
it even so
gnawing
much
it.
as nibbles a little bit of me, I'm
Yeah.
fucked.
Nah.
I feel like
Nah,
I'd
I'd
grab
run.
and slam. Because if it's stuck on you, it's in a position
Yeah,
where
exactly.
you
If
can
it's
grab.
biting
Then
on you, you
have
can
to
grab it.
actually rip it off.
Well, it's life or death.
Yeah.
You're then gonna die once you rip it off.
Yeah.
Why?
You're just gonna bleed out underwater.
Well, the thing is, they're very small. And
yeah,
after,
but
What if it gets a- what if it
if
gets
you
like
have to
a
rip it off and a
artery or
part of the
something?
skin comes off, like you're actually just gonna bleed a lot more underwater than you would if you were on
Yeah.
land. You're just gonna bleed out.
I guess it sort of depends on where it like bites you for me, because like, but you can like try and like if it's biting here, I could like try and get it off of me just by like pulling at
There's
it.
too many
Yeah.
arteries.
yeah,
where
I'm
it could-
thinking like if it got me in like top half of my arm, I think it'd be okay. I think it depends. But yeah, I did one because I was like, if there's more than one, you're fucked.
yeah, you're fucked at that point.
Like two, I'm already like, not happening.
One is a worthy
Not
opponent.
happening. Yeah.
Grab one, wait for the other one to come, and just sort of hold it where it's gonna go.
Make them fight each other.
Mama, mama.
Now,
And they're both boys. Then, last of the wet animals, a hermit crab. So slightly different. They're in their little shell, so they're just gonna hide.
grab the shell, shake the shell, make them come out, destroy
I don't
them.
think they will come out.
I will
Rip
make
it
them.
open.
You cannot.
Ask pretty please. You come out of your
Offer it to worldly possessions.
I will reach my hand in, grab that fucker, and rip it out. Yeah. Look,
It
Look,
looks like
that was my secondary.
you
plot.
don't want me to
This-
be
this
brutally
whole thing is
violent. Don't
making
ask me
No,
how
no,
I'm
no,
meant to
I'm-
fight a creature
actually making-
underwater.
Dude, I was coming here expecting brutal
feeling
violence. That's why I'm here.
Well, that is honestly all the wet animals I could think of, but
Melina, we're not even like halfway through.
What about
Oh.
a seal?
yeah, well, I didn't do a seal because they're too cute.
Okay, let's do a seal.
Okay, yeah, go
Polar
ahead.
bear.
What did you
Polar
have
bear.
in mind?
And nothing. It's
Yeah,
too cute.
exactly. That's why they're not on the list, as I told you at the beginning. There's some animals that unfortunately are just too strong for us, and just within a second, you're fully out.
I like to rephrase this as a hypothetical scenario. I'd kick
Yeah.
that fucker.
Which one?
The seal.
I'm reaching my arm right down its throat and pulling its guts out.
By the tongue.
yeah.
Fatality.
I mean, that's impressive.
Everyone got a club.
Because like I thought about this as a scenario. It was like we're not traditional.
As a song, as a musical background, please put just a Mortal Kombat theme.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the Doom soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Like, would it be more fair if we were against dry animals in a wet tank?
What?
Technically.
We're dry animals, Melina.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. For the next part of this,
Oh Christ, there's more.
like, don't you think
You
it
just
would be
complained
more
about
fair?
about us only being halfway.
No, I was
Yeah.
hoping that meant that we could escape and just go on random bullshit tangents, but I guess
I mean,
not.
we can go around the bullshit tangent if you got
Yeah,
it.
exactly. If you've got one, go
What
ahead.
do you have?
Hmm?
What's next?
Yeah, what's
That's
next?
the dry animals.
Yeah.
What's the dry animals?
I have a few, but I know the ones from last episode that I was planning on putting in.
Go ahead.
We have a camel.
In water.
And what?
Yeah.
Can they swim? They probably die immediately.
The other thing is 3 minutes. I don't think it drown in 3 minutes.
A
And it's
camel.
gonna try to fucking
this is
get
making
you.
me ill. I can picture a camel drown to death.
The thing is, a camel's
Oh, it's so
a
sad.
camel retains so much water that it's
It's just gonna
immediately-
drink the whole tank.
It will over.
Now that's a power play.
It will take in so much that it will probably burst.
Oh,
Okay, that's disgusting. But you're probably right.
I'm probably
Yeah,
correct. It's like humans can die of overhydration.
No, every time
I
I,
mean,
see
yeah.
a camel, I'm gonna think about this fucking thing.
Why would
It's so
you?
sad.
Would you prefer it if we pitted animals against each other?
No, no.
I'd be fine with that.
Something wrong with y'all.
Then we have our goat, which was a very
Poor goat, it's fucking drowning to
The
death.
goat's just gonna be there floating upside down,
Yes.
like.
And then it just goes down.
Yeah.
no. Goats will try to swim.
Okay, but it will not
It's
last
not
3
gonna
minutes.
succeed.
Do you think?
Why not?
Do you think the goat will try and ram you underwater?
It's
Yeah.
exhausting. Like they don't do it all the time. They wouldn't be used to.
Depends on type goat.
Oh, the swimming goat.
You
The
know,
famous-
you know
the
that
famous
most
swimming
goats
goat.
okay, never mind.
So yeah, I think because we had in the last episode, we talked about how goats, it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
It's very much dependent on your moves versus his moves.
Grab
He's
its
unpredictable.
horns
Yeah, but
That's
and
class.
suplex the
And then
motherfucker.
slam it, what do you call it? Throw and
slam and bang. That's, yeah.
Yeah,
My
give
plan,
him,
grab by the horn and then just like try and bash it.
give him
wall.
the old Godzilla Kong. Just grab him by the horns and fucking take him over and slam him onto the ground.
grab and slam.
Grab and slam.
The ground and slam. I mean, it would work.
Yeah,
I mean, underwater, I don't know, because again, a goat can bite you.
I'm
It can
imagining a scenario where I have to like
underwater?
try and steer it into the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, but it's gonna try and push you as well.
I'm starting
I'm
to
willing to try.
imagine a goat with like a propeller attached to it.
Now that's an idea.
Ooh.
No,
Because I
please.
just can't picture a goat
And a snorkel.
actually
Because let's
surviving
say,
underwater.
because let's say even the dry animals, like us humans in this weird scenario, would have something that makes them breathe underwater.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, they're gonna have to, otherwise they're just
Yeah.
gonna drown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
they
the
have
idea.
little water
We would win on a
booties.
technicality.
Yeah.
I
just-
think the
Which
best,
is why we're
the
adding
best
this.
bit about this is our frustration.
Yeah.
I think it's the funniest thing. Oh, it is.
No, yeah.
But yeah. So
I
we
don't
have
feel bad for getting mad because I know it's good content.
No, it is like the frustration makes it funny. If we were all like agreeing, like
Yeah.
that's what I would do. I would do this.
If we
It
were
would be
having
boring.
like full, like 4 people intellectual conversation about this, it would
Oh,
not
no.
be
It would be so
entertaining.
dry.
I don't think
Yeah.
we could
But
have
the
a
fact that
single
not
intellectually,
intellectual.
2 people like actively suffering through this. Like that's
No, it is actually
That's-
interesting too. They're actually into it, and they're like, I don't know.
yeah.
Kangaroo.
Oh, poor kangaroo.
I mean, even
Hold on,
underwater,
hold on.
those fuckers.
I have to
are
ask: is it a kangaroo or is it a kangaroo in its little like small kangaroo in a pouch?
No tiny kangaroo.
Oh,
I know.
I couldn't hold the
Still
little one.
is
I
not-
can't hold the little one for ransom.
No, that's
Don't get near.
concerning.
Don't
Yeah.
get close.
Don't get
Bitch, I will.
So
Then
we're
when
just going up
when the
against
3 minutes are, you know, like about to.
that would win
No.
you a lot of points from the judges.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, the ransom.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% for style alone.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Where'd you get the knife? Oh.
I don't know. I just suddenly had it in my
Yeah,
hand. What's he got
This
there?
is the other kangaroo. Like, be cool, be cool.
Hey, be cool. Hey, I didn't know anything.
We can talk this out.
You can talk. Because I'm just imagining this kangaroo using its fucking powerful ass tail.
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
little
Like it's still
propeller
trying to box you
underwater.
underwater. Is what I'm imagining.
Very slow.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically a fight, but in slow motion at that
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
This is why I love this idea. This is
Yeah.
great. I love this image.
Yeah. Sheep.
Push
That's
sheep.
just-
Push sheep drown.
The
The thing is,
No, it can breathe.
the fluff is going to be a problem because it's
Yeah,
just going to
exactly.
I was
Like-
just gonna say it's a fluffier goat.
It's a flotation device.
Yeah.
Wait a second. If they can breathe underwater like
Yes.
us,
Mm-hmm.
that defeats the whole. It's the same as fighting them on land. No?
No, because you can swim.
Circumstances change.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they cannot swim well.
But your
I'm
strategies
assuming-
change depending
Yeah,
where you
exactly. It's not the same.
We're suffering debuffs essentially.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have to make it equal?
are. Yeah, let's just next episode we're in space.
Yeah.
No,
I immediately explode.
That would be the same thing as
All of
this. We just have the exact same conversation.
It would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
worse because with no gravity whatsoever, you're actually actively slower, and you're just not going to be able to control yourself either.
Yeah, the thing about that is every fight is going to end with you two both floating away.
Yeah.
You can't get back.
Uh-huh.
No, you're in an arena, you bounce back like a little TV.
You're in like a
logo.
giant glass ball. Sorry. What if the ball floats away? Who's watching?
The world is what?
I'll just keep slamming into the side and directing it towards the sun.
Both of you are going towards the sun. though.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
no, I
That's my way
just
out.
want to
That's
end
my
it.
way
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fair. At that point, I would be like,
For
yeah,
me, I'd just
whatever.
constantly be trying to break the glass.
That's minus points though.
I'm willing to lose over this.
Wow, can't relate. No. So, crocodile. I know we had it.
Crocodile. That's not a dry animal. Is it?
It's a both.
Yeah, we had it in the last episode. So
Yeah.
Reptile. Which means it can do both.
it is both.
Yeah, it's both seas.
Okay, but not
But like the
water.
strategy is different because we talked about it like last time. Where like with a crocodile, you could sort of like because
Underwater,
jump on it.
I ain't. I
yeah,
can't-
underwater it's
uh-huh.
way fucking faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
Okay.
can't.
and you're not getting a grip on it.
No, you can't do the old sit on its back and that's it.
Yeah, or like and like
immediately.
try and hold its like
Yeah.
jaws closed.
I mean,
like, you're
you said the
fucked.
grab and slam
Yeah.
for the crocodile.
But how?
I'll
You're
fucking
submerged in the
remember.
water. How are you gonna pull it in?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not possible in the underwater arena.
See, I'm imagining for this like a similar situation like the goat where you're trying to like steer it into like the wall, but that's gonna be way fucking difficult.
'Cause I
Rotate
think-
it.
No, but that's what it does to you.
What?
That's what crocodiles do to their prey. They hold on and then they just start fucking spinning out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get rotated.
Reverse it.
Idiot.
Just do it to them. Hit him with the gritty.
I mean,
It's underwater.
style points. Style. Like, I want to imagine. Like, let's say you're in the arena with fucking, like, the seahorse. You're like, there's no point in us fighting. They're gonna be done through dance.
Yeah, just
That's
just
all,
start
bro.
hitting
You
moves
and me.
underwater. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, extra points for you. You just gotta evade
But then,
being
do they
killed.
kill the animal if I win with the judges?
Yeah,
What society is this?
mine.
Are you the president of the world?
She's God.
Yes.
This
God.
is the inner machinations of Melina's mind.
Yeah, you know this.
We're learning Manuel knows nothing about you
He
at
knows
all.
nothing about me. No, I'm a stranger to you.
It's not about the machinations of this hypothetical world where suffering and misery.
So
All
I,
for the
supreme.
entertainment of the rich.
Yeah, exactly.
I sorry to derail real quick, but I saw like a TikTok the other day where it was a woman where she was like, I asked my boyfriend of like however many years, she was like, she says to him, oh, do you ever wonder about my inner world? And he's like, sometimes not. And she had like a full breakdown over this, and I'm like, what else do you
Women are
want
right.
him to answer?
What do you want him to say?
Yeah. One, if I was asked that question, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like, in what way? Like your inner thoughts? Like,
Yeah,
things
like
you
what
spiral
does
about?
inner world
Because if you
mean?
ask me my inner world, it would like, well, you know, your ideas and your
Yeah.
feelings and thoughts, I get it. But like my inner world, like my fan fiction world.
Yeah, like
Your
So
daydreams.
I'm there. Anakin Skywalker's over there.
Yeah. It's just strange. But you know, it's like the would you love me
Star
if it
Wars
was a
stuck in
worm?
yet again.
Would you? Would
You
you
heard
love me if I was a worm?
the would you love me if I was a worm?
yes,
Probably.
that was the sort of like
And I
vibe
always
that
and
gave
yeah.
me.
she says yes, and then I say how will you know it's me? It's a worm. And then she said I would know. I was like, yeah, but that's like kind of like it came to me in a dream. Like you cannot debate it.
One would be wiggling like a little bitch.
Have you
That's
asked him that question?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but as
that's how
a
it actually played
joke,
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
like I don't.
No,
I
as a
think
joke,
it's
no,
such
no,
a
no, no,
stupid
no, no,
thing.
I thought you meant like legitimately.
No, that would have been
No,
like,
yeah, it's-
bro. No, but as
Bro.
as a, like the guy from Code,
Eddie.
bro. Yeah. But from like as a joke, and I was like anything the man say has
It's
to be like,
wrong.
yes, absolutely.
Yes,
And they're
Yeah.
like,
yes,
how
darling.
It's a loaded question.
Yeah,
It's like the would you be rather stuck in a forest with a
No,
bear or
I
a
think
man?
it's
Yes.
different. Because, like with the worm, there's no right answer. Like
Yeah.
what you want to hear is like, I'd carry you around in a little
No,
jar.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think most women who ask that genuinely are gonna have an answer from anyone that satisfies them.
Yeah.
I think
No,
most.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Most women who are asking that question are doing it for the meme. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like
Exactly.
that's where it's
like
it's
no one's.
at now.
Not many people are genuinely asking that question.
There are
Like,
unhinged people who ask that like
Am I the
legitimately.
asshole
Yeah.
for not loving my girlfriend if she was a worm?
as a worm.
How would you know it was me? See, that's your practical brain being like, I just suddenly wormed up.
It's
are you the meat worm?
it's just a worm with a tiny little.
It's
bow.
worming time.
That's what I'm imagining.
But like with little hair.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I would know it was you.
Like I would be, like slowly transforming into a worm.
You've got the same sort of cardigan.
Yeah. It's just,
Then I would know.
Don't ask how it's sticking.
It's
on.
like the fly in Birthday Wonderland. Just
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Even
got
the
the
movie
mustache.
The Fly, like for a week or so, you see me slowly transform.
It's so-
Oh my god.
Did you watch The Fly? Have you watched The Fly?
I've seen The Fly.
With
Oh.
Goldblum?
It's good. The Fly's
The
really
body
good.
horrors.
It's great.
Oh,
'Cause
it's
it's
a lot.
practical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch The Fly, Sean.
I will.
It's good.
It's
even
funny,
scary.
weird.
It's just very sad.
Which
Yeah,
one? There's like
it's-
multiple ones, isn't there?
No, the one with Goldblum.
Goldblum.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there was like a sequel, but it's not.
Also,
just
because
I'm
original-
gonna be honest. I'm like, we're talking about the '80s one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original was from the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, they're probably not talking about the '50s one,
Oh,
but
the
I gotta
50s one
make
was
sure.
spectacular. Spectacular, the one from the 50s.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you are the type of person to watch like what?
Italian New
Yeah, Italian like
But it's
bite
good.
films or
Italian is
something.
He says it's good.
Still, yeah. This is why I have to clarify. It's the '80s one, not the 50s
I've been
one.
watching Japanese
Yeah,
giant
Yeah, you see, I
monster
expect
films
that
from
from
the
you
50s.
though. I expect that from you though.
Okay, but
So-
that's sort of like The Fly is in a similar vein.
Yeah. I feel I
Are we
would
still
watch
talking about the
Fly.
'50s one or the '80s?
The
one?
50s one.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you love me if I was Godzilla?
I mean, the thing is, I would watch the '50s one as the other.
I
thing.
have
wouldn't make
I have
excuses for you.
legitimately referred to Godzilla as a semi-aquatic fuck lizard, so that's where
I mean,
I'm
it's
at on
accurate.
Godzilla. So
Would we fight Godzilla?
no.
no.
Okay.
He's a radioactive fucking
How fast do-
lizard.
how-
Scale him down
Oh, like
to
this?
lizard
Like
size.
instead of King Kong being scaled up, we scale him down.
Yeah.
Then
We're
the thing
dead,
is going
but-
to be the outcome of Godzilla versus Kong. You're just going to get fucking atomic breath and you're dead.
We are Kong.
Yeah, and Kong gets fucking demolished.
Yeah.
Like every time you post a new Godzilla review, I'm like, wow, there's really more movies than
There is
I
a lot
remember.
of
There are over 30.
There are 38.
Yeah, you send the
I
list.
actually
yeah.
was expecting more.
Yeah.
I was expecting like 50, 60.
No, there's I think
But
there's
are you
something like
counting the
that's with the American
1999?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Roland Emmerich one. Yeah. Yeah.
I watched
so
it
sad.
when I was a kid,
I grew up on it.
and I thought it was the best movie ever made when I was 9.
I like it as a Roland Emmerich disaster movie. It's not a good Godzilla movie at
You see,
all.
the funny thing is that I feel like I'm one of the few people that like knew Japanese Godzilla before seeing like the Roland Emmerich one.
I think I knew about it before seeing the
Just because of
Emmerich
the
one.
internet and stuff. And by the time I like saw, whenever like the '98 Godzilla one would come up on like TV, I'd always be disappointed. Like, oh, this isn't the one I wanted. This is just a big dinosaur.
Yeah, I
It
think
was a
there's-
big dinosaur. Yeah, exactly.
It is just basically.
And
a
we was
giant-
trying to ride on the Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
that's why it
Roland
exists.
Emmerich had like an active like dislike for the originals. So
Really?
like, yeah, no,
Why
he.
did they get him to make it?
Yeah, that's such a bad idea.
I don't know.
I mean, the whole was it Matthew Broderick wasn't.
yeah,
This is like getting Zack Snyder to make Superman films.
pretty much. Yeah,
He hates the core character. Why would you give it to him?
They walked in with the design, and the Toho people were so
Offended.
like
Oh,
taken aback.
I
They had
remember
to
this.
like go
Yeah.
away for a day.
Yeah,
and come back.
That's why Godzilla 2000 exists.
Yeah,
Because
no,
they
that's-
hated the Roland Emmerich one so much. We
Yeah.
have to correct this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's the final war scene where that version of Godzilla just kicks.
The
American one,
version.
yeah.
The thing is, they mentioned the Roland Emmerich Godzilla one like in one like between 2000 and Final Wars, where they're like, we have reports that like a monster fight.
It's
that
now
was
become like a
Godzilla.
running joke.
Yeah, that
as
like
well.
a monster that we thought was Godzilla attacked New York in '98, but our sources say it wasn't. It wasn't him.
I think there's
It's like a nice little snide, and then like Final Wars happen, and he just fucking kills him.
I think there's also like a little sort of like jab like that in Shin Godzilla as well. They're like, oh, the Americans think that they found, and they're like, no, that's not.
That's not
No,
our guy.
that's not our guy. But yeah,
Any more dry animals?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
back,
we've
back
moved
to animal
on.
bites, but-
I was
No, I'm
like the
curious.
natural.
yeah. I mean,
Have you run out of the list? The
Well,
dry
I
animals?
just
you
had a
guys were
mini
talking about how
list.
much you wanted to move on earlier.
Yeah. I
Oh,
allowed
I was
you
curious.
to
I
say
thought we
so.
cut you
yeah,
off.
I thought you had more on the list.
I mean, I'm curious to talk about because I have monkey discuss species.
Okay.
What do
What
we
do
want a
you
chimp?
mean?
Do we want a gorilla?
Yeah.
Underwater?
I want a con. I want a
Can
con.
they swim?
I don't know.
I
I don't
want a
think enough
con.
of them live around water to find
A
out.
lot of
Yeah.
them live around water.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. They've even been seen spearing fish. So I'm assuming.
But do they go in and swim in the water? Is the question.
well, not for
Just for
fun.
pleasure.
Not for leisure.
Oh.
I want to fight
Are
a downsized
monkeys
King
good at
Kong.
swimming?
Not can monkeys swim. Are they good at it?
Yeah.
Can I fight a monkey? No. Wait, give me one
No,
second.
the fuck you can't.
He got it said because it heard you speak, and it said what it thinks I said is, I want to fight. Are monkeys good at swimming? Give me 1 second.
Notified, period.
Are monkeys good at swimming?
According to friends of bonobos, while some monkeys do not swim, some do. Proboscis monkeys and crab-eating macaques, for example, are highly proficient in the water.
Them.
Cool. Yeah, them.
Them fuckers.
Okay.
They eat crabs, so
I think I'm dead.
You know how you know how Google Assistant it's like suggesting things to keep the conversation alive. The next thing is, what can you do?
What can we do?
And increase brightness. Like even they're like, I don't want to talk about monkeys that can swim.
no. They're like
Just
that's
increase the
fucking
brightness.
weird. That's just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weird.
I think I'm dead.
Yeah, like
Like the monkey.
Monkeys are savage.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
they're us without inhibitions.
Yeah.
because that's like
Release your
because I think that's one of humans' problems in this scenario. We're too rational.
Yeah, we've
Like
got too much logic.
we would
brain.
have like to turn brain off and go
brain
full
off.
single.
We gotta go full ape.
We gotta return to ape, basically,
donkey.
and that's the only chance we have.
To beat monkey, we must become monkey.
But I don't think we have the brain capacity
No.
to go back to that state.
No, we
No.
can't. We're too far gone.
You just show up. Actually.
Actually,
We got too smart. At what cost?
You just start throwing balls.
Can you imagine there's like an
Things.
alternate reality where fish are talking like, what human would you fight underwater? Would you take a 180 man or like a, like a small woman?
If we're talking like a woman
We're
of
talking
say
one that works out,
160
like-
centimeters.
What's the build? What's the build?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What
what
type of
build are we
human?
talking?
How
Like,
big
do
do
they
they
work
have?
out? Like,
And
do they
there's a guy
run?
that's very argumentative and like, come on, it's just that's an hypothesis, bro. Why are you being so practical, bro?
This is different.
Yeah, but
I would
Like-
educate the monkey into not fighting.
I mean, I feel like if I was stranded on an island
Oh no.
with a monkey, I would try to befriend it.
Offer banana.
100%. They would probably be friendly.
Yeah.
Initially, no.
They're too territorial, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. They've
No,
got
but
that
you're
instinct
stranded.
of
Is it just you
possible
and the
enemy
monkey?
must fight.
Is
Well,
there
that's-
anyone else on the island?
Well, probably no humans. You can assume that
I
there's no humans.
think if you play your cards right, you can train it to leave you
This feels
alone.
like a Joe Rogan segment talking about monkeys.
Yeah.
Like, would you find a monkey? I don't know, bro. Like, depends. What kind of monkey?
What do the monkeys say
I
about
can't
me?
say the Alex Jones line.
Which one?
I might be.
I'm a beard. Look.
But I feel like it'd be hard to befriend a monkey.
I mean, I'm not planning to befriend the monkey. I'm just planning to like make sure it leaves me alone.
Like, make sure it knows about your presence.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
knows you won't
Not,
fuck with it.
I want it to not see me as a threat.
I mean, it's just gonna take one look at you.
Yeah, no.
What do I
offense.
give off?
You're built worse.
Built worse, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be angry at me for it.
Like, what if it's like a buff ass monkey where you're like,
That
oh,
wants
he's
to
in
mate.
charge? No.
I find banana and offer banana.
Yeah, like, how would you establish to a buff ass monkey? He's like, I'm not here to fuck with you, man.
Yeah.
This is all you
Just
We cool.
go the other way.
Just go
Yeah,
retreat
yeah.
into the ocean. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sharks, come over.
It finds you later that night.
Yeah. And then you just go through the whole series of Lost, but it's just monkeys. No.
Oh.
And you're the polar bear. Yeah.
You haven't watched Lost, have you?
He keeps asking me to rewatch it.
Wow.
Why?
I just miss it. Look,
It's
we've
not
been
coming
watching-
back,
Look,
dude.
we as like a. Have you told them about Big Bang Theory?
Yes, I've told you.
As like a comfort thing that we watch at night, like just to chill.
well, you
I
do your
guess.
Duolingo
We are rewatching-
and all that.
Big Bang
Okay.
Theory and Family Guy.
Family Guy, I get. Yeah.
So Big Bang Theory, I stopped watching season 6,
okay.
roundabout, and so I never watched this new series. It's season 10 now,
More 10.
and it's so bad. Like we get to the end of the night and my brain is fully rot. Like
Mm-hmm.
We we watched like 3
like,
episodes of Big Bang Theory, and I was like, we should switch to Family Guy.
There's only so much of this I
It
can
kind of
take.
becomes your normal level. And then watch something that's really good, like Barry with
We
Bill
just
Hader.
started watching
and it's like,
Barry,
wow,
and it's
this
really
is so
good.
much better than fucking Big Bang Theory. Bazinga, bazinga. I'm fully.
But the thing is,
lost it.
Zimbabwe.
I get committed. I'm like, well, I've watched this far. I
You
gotta
have
watch
3
it till the
seasons
end.
left.
I
We have
watched
to
this.
watch
I
it.
watched up to like season 8 of Big Bang Theory, and I was like, nah.
I've watched it all, but like background, where I was like, I was doing stuff, so I wasn't paying
I
attention.
think we would say
At no
backwards. Like which one the last the first
I watched the last and the first
and the
episode.
Oh, like the surprise.
I've probably just through like the background stuff, I've seen so much Big Bang Theory, never by choice. I've never once watched it by choice. It's always been something on in the background that I've just sort of absorbed through.
When we were in
Osmosis.
New York recently, it was one of the few things we could watch on TV. Because the rest was just bullshit.
There's like news.
You would just watch
stuff.
random episodes of Big Bang Theory.
The thing for me is that I'd have like E4 on in the background as like a channel just to put on when I would before I just stopped watching normal TV altogether. And E4 constantly plays Big Bang Theory all the
Yeah.
fucking time.
Because it's so funny.
No, it's like one of the few shows they actually hit own.
Really.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just kept playing it over and over again. So I know too much about Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
None of it is by choice.
It's like Comedy Central with Friends.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
The thing is,
More friends.
yeah,
More friends.
pretty much.
I mean, I don't watch Comedy Central, but Friends is one of those things I will just put on in the background and stuff by choice.
Yeah,
Really.
it's
I never
Like that's
watched
what
it.
that's
I never
what that's
watched
actually
it.
one of my comfort shows now
I never
because
watched
I'm
it,
so
and
because
I
I'm a
watched-
fucking normie.
We watched the first episode and I could not get through it.
Well,
At the end,
Friends.
I was like,
Season 1's like kind of different from the rest.
Yeah.
Well, like
but,
Friends.
Yeah.
enough
Yeah,
finish
yeah,
it.
I get
We
that.
finished and I was like, I don't want to watch the rest.
Because we were looking for a show like, Big Bang Theory and Family Guy. Just kind of, you put it on in the background.
Yeah.
It's fun enough if you pay attention, but you don't need to be, like, invested. That's just-
How I
yeah.
Met Your Mother.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that, actually.
Good.
It's some of it's dated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like, a
that's
lot
with
of
most
That's the
shows.
same with like any sitcom.
Friends.
Like I will say,
yeah.
like the most egregious. I do like How I Met Your Mother. That's one of my other comfort shows. But there is a lot of it that's pretty dated now. Especially like there's a, I won't say a lot, but it comes up weirdly frequently. There's a lot of casual transphobia in that show
Yeah.
because that was acceptable comedy at the time.
I mean, same with like early SNL, like
Yeah.
Friends had it
Yeah.
a lot.
but like How I Met Your Mother's really lazy with it. Like it's
No.
the stock jokes that you expect,
yeah.
which is weird for a show that otherwise is really progressive.
Mm.
Because like that was a show like very early on, like in season 2 for like I can't believe I'm going a triad over this, but like
Tirade.
yeah, but like in season 2 they had like they brought like a sort of gay like character, and like for 2006 you'd think would be sort of stereotypes.
Sorry.
Can I just keep going?
Yeah.
No, this
I didn't say anything, so I was expecting.
Everyone
to
just
keep
sort of
going.
stopped. So I
no,
was
because
like,
the fucking Iron Brew bottle bonked over. Go,
Just
please
keep going.
continue.
Just keep going.
but like they brought in like a sort of gay, not like a main character, but like a sort of regular-ish character, and there were like no real stereotypes to that. They played it really well, but it's really weird to think about. In this same season, they brought like just the casual sort of transphobic jokes, and I'm like, well, that kind of undercuts that.
Yeah.
Still a good show. I still like it overall, and there's like a lot of good stuff I like about the show, but like, it's aged,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and its ending is sort of ugh.
Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of knows the endings a bit.
Yeah. I still
Yeah.
would say it's worth a watch up to the ending. Just know what you're gonna get into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's weird talking about, to go back to Friends. I feel like Friends, weirdly for me, like it's still all right for the early seasons, but it doesn't get like actually interesting until like season 4 because the most interesting relationship in that show is like the Chandler Monica stuff.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen until like around halfway through.
Yeah.
Chandler.
But like
that's
the,
fine.
the second half of that show is basically dedicated to them.
Yeah. Which is better.
It is
Yeah.
better.
It gets a
No,
lot better.
because
after
I
that.
find Rachel and Ross just unbelievable.
I hate-
But
I hate
feel
that
like
relationship
everyone
so
hates
much.
them.
Cringe as fuck.
Like
Yeah.
they're positioned as the main two in like the early
Yeah.
seasons, and they're the worst two characters of
Yeah.
the show.
God, yeah. How long have we been recording?
Are we done now?
Over an hour, so if you guys want to wrap it up,
Damn.
we can.
Well, it's been a fun collection of weird shit. This.
Yeah.
That's Melina's trick bag.
That's my trick bag. Yeah.
Lena's bag of tricks.
My little
Yeah.
bag of tricksies.
Hey, I was all for this.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your support.
I got you,
Hell yeah. Bestie.
bestie.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Before we end up on some other random
Oh,
tangent, 'cause
yeah.
knowing us, we'll see you guys next week. Hit that like button, subscribe, dangle the bell, ring the bell,
Bang that little bell.
Fidget with the bell.
Yeah,
Snap it and make a squeaky noise.
fondle
Hell
it.
yeah.
Fondle it.
We'll see you
Oh,
guys
no.
next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.